A royal official claims that Princess Diana had an affair with Prince Charles prior to his relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles. Keep watching this video to find out if Princess Diana cheated on Prince Charles first. Charles's confession. The Prince and Princess of Wales at the time, Charles and Diana, were wed on July 19, 1981, and got divorced on August 26, 1996. On April 9, 2005, Charles wed Camilla Parker Bowles, his second wife. Diana's astrologer and friend Penny Thornton said the princess told her Charles told her he didn't love her the day before their wedding in the 2022 documentary The Diana Interview, Revenge of a Princess. One of the most unexpected things Diana revealed to me was that Charles had told her he didn't love her the night before the wedding, according to Thornton. I believe Charles didn't want to enter the wedding with a false foundation. It was tragic for Diana that he wanted to make amends with her. Peters, a nearly 10-year veteran of the princess's services, claimed in a recent CNN program that it was widely believed that the Prince of Wales was lost throughout his whole marriage, but this is categorically not the truth. The princess was the first to turn bad, and after finding out about Diana's relationship with Monarchy, he ran across Mrs. Parker Bowles once more. Diana's affair with Monarchy. Similar information was provided by author Jonathan Dimbleby in his 1994 biography of Prince Charles, who said that he and Parker Bowles didn't restart their romance until 1986. Monarchy began working for Diana in 1985, and their relationship is believed to have begun during a trip to Scotland in that same year. When Monarchy's relationship with Lady Di was discovered, it resulted in tragedy as he was moved to the Diplomatic Protection Squad. He passed away in a car accident a year later. You probably think that Prince Charles was to blame for the breakdown of his and Princess Diana's marriage if you regularly follow the crown or royal history through online news. Recent admissions from a former royal officer, however, suggest that the truth may be somewhat different. Alan Peters, a former bodyguard, has presented a new version of the events in which he asserts that Diana was the first to engage in extramarital relations. Before Camilla Parker Bowles, did Princess Diana have an affair with Prince Charles? The Princess of Wales had a romance with her bodyguard Barry Monarchy months before Charles's liaison with Camilla, according to Alan Peters, a personal protection officer who spent 9 years working for the Prince of Wales. According to Newsweek, Peters said in the docuseries, the popular perception is that the Prince of Wales was straying all the way through his marriage, and that's definitely unequivocally not the case. The princess was the first to wonder, he continued. After finding out about Mrs. Parker Bowles' affair with Monarchy, he went back to see her. No one is the bad guy. Everyone is the victim in my opinion. She was also a victim of this entire process because he was under so much pressure to get married. Diana's confession. In the private speech coaching tapes with Diana that were featured in the documentary, Diana claimed that she fell deeply in love with Monarchy when she was 24 or 25. Charles and Diana exchanged vows on July 29, 1981. A year before her affair with her bodyguard was revealed, on July 1, 1985, she turned 21. In the tapes, Diana said to her speech coach Peter Settlein, "I'll tell you one of my biggest crushes, which I don't find easy to discuss. When I was 24 or 25, I had a serious romantic relationship with someone who worked in the setting. I was constantly looking for him, and he was the best friend I've ever had. I simply, had my heart on my sleeve, and I was only content when he was present." Diana reportedly admitted to Settlein in the docuseries that she knew Charles had reconnected with Camilla 5 years after their wedding, which would have occurred in 1986, even though Diana had her suspicions about their relationship earlier. Charles and Camilla began dating in 1970. Diana said in taped conversations with Settlein, "My father-in-law said to my husband, if your marriage doesn't work out, you can always go back to her after 5 years, which is exactly, for real, I know it happened after 5, I knew something was happening before that." The documentary claims that Monarchy lost his position as Diana's bodyguard in 1986 after their liaison was exposed. A few months later, in 1987, while pillion riding a motorcycle, he was killed in a car accident. Diana thought he may have been bumped off at the time, but the cause of death was determined to be an accident. Charles informed me that he had passed away in a motorcycle accident, and I must admit that this news was the biggest blow of my life. The tapes contain her saying it was a killer. Charles jumped the gun on me in that manner, even though he had no proof and I was powerless to stop him. I simply sat there the entire day, devastated, as I watched this massive high-profile trip to Cannes. I believe he was pushed off. However, here we are. The answer is unknown. I made the mistake of playing with fire when I shouldn't have. I was severely burned. Diana's romance with James Hewitt. The Crown Season 4 also made reference to Diana's relationship with James Hewitt. It appears that Diana's romance with Monarchy ended before her connection with the cavalry commander started. Hewitt disclosed that his relationship with the princess lasted from 1986 until 1991, according to Anna Pasternak's book Princess in Love. In addition, the BBC stated that in 1992, Lady Diana stopped taking Hewitt's telephone calls. The Princess of Wales asked him to teach her how to write, and Hewitt stated in the 1999 book Love and War that this is how the relationship began. He said, "Only one thing went wrong. We fell in love."